Chronicles is a book in the Old Testament of the Bible, traditionally credited to Ezra. It forms part of a larger work that continues in 2 Chronicles. The primary purpose of 1 Chronicles is to provide a retelling of Israel's history with an emphasis on King David and the establishment of the Davidic dynasty. Unlike the books of Samuel and Kings, which focus more broadly on the history of Israel, Chronicles offers a more specific and theological perspective aimed at the post-exilic Jewish community to underscore the continuity of God's covenant with Israel. The book is generally divided into two main sections: Genealogies and the reign of King David. The first 9 chapters are dedicated to genealogies. These genealogies serve several purposes. They trace the lineage of the tribes of Israel, offering a sense of continuity and identity to the post-exilic community. They also highlight the centrality of the tribe of Judah, from which King David descended, and ultimately the tribe from which the Messiah would come. The genealogies begin with Adam and continue through Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, listing their descendants up to the time of King Saul. This foundational section places Israel's history within the broader context of God's creation and his dealings with humanity. The genealogies also focus on other tribes, such as Levi, emphasizing their religious leaders and their duties. The second main section starts from chapter 10 and deals with the reign of King David. This section begins with the death of Saul, the first king of Israel, and transitions to David's ascent to the throne. Chapters 11 to 29 are a detailed account of David's life, his military exploits, administration, and his efforts to establish Jerusalem as the political and religious center of Israel. Key events include David's anointing as king, his victories over the Philistines, the capture of Jerusalem, and the bringing of the Ark of the Covenant to the city. One of the significant theological themes in 1 Chronicles is the Davidic Covenant, where God promises David that his descendants would rule Israel forever. This covenant is central to the chronicler's message and serves as a basis for messianic hopes. Another important theme is worship. David's preparation for the construction of the temple, which his son Solomon would eventually build, is emphasized through the detailed descriptions of the organization of Levites, musicians, and other temple personnel. The chronicler emphasizes that proper worship conducted according to divine instructions is crucial for Israel's relationship with God. Hence, the book ends with David's extensive preparations for the temple, his exhortations to Solomon to build it, and his prayers and offerings. This focus on temple worship was particularly relevant for the post-exilic community that had rebuilt the Second Temple and was seeking to re-establish proper worship. Overall, 1 Chronicles serves as a combination of historical record and theological reflection, aimed at reinforcing the identity, continuity, and religious practices of the Jewish community after the Babylonian exile. By focusing on the Davidic covenant and proper worship, it underscores the importance of faithfulness to God's commands and his enduring promises to his people.